Well, I think, as I indicated, listen, my view about what we as Democrats stand for, what we're fighting for, we need to lower the high cost of living in the United States of America. We need to fix our broken healthcare system, and we need to clean up corruption in Washington, D.C., so we actually have a government that works for the American people, for everyday Americans, for hardworking American taxpayers, as opposed to working for the privileged few. That's what that one big ugly bill was about. Cut health care, devastate nutritional assistance, reward Republican billionaire donors with massive tax breaks. That's not us as Democrats. Here in this country, work hard, play by the rules. You should be able to afford to live the good life. Good paying job, good housing, good health care, good education for your children, and a good retirement, which, by the way, means protect Social Security and Medicare because they are earned benefits, not entitlement programs.
Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here with another episode of Scriptures on Wall Street. I am here in my condo in Orlando because I'm taking my kids out this weekend and they come first, family first. In the meantime, I wanted to give you guys an update on what's really going down, what to be looking at, the rates. We need to analyze what's going to happen, more so the rates. What is Trump going to do with Powell? Can he even fire them? Is he getting a resignation in? Possibly the Jackson Hole meeting that's going to be happening here shortly will be his last. And fortunately for America, if they lower interest rates, things should get cheaper. But we look at the PPI, the numbers that just came out. Are they really going to be cheaper? Well, we want to discuss that today's show. More importantly, I want to show you the charts. I want to show you actually the inverted yield curve, what that means and why you should analyze the situation and really prepare. And you formulate your own opinion and then you prepare. So I'm just here to give the facts. I'm here just to show you that. I'm not into the hype. I'm not into speculation. I'm literally going to show you what is going down. And we need to have a time of discernment, a time of being in prayer, a time of actually being prepared physically, as well as spiritually and financially. So all that goes hand in hand. And as I describe these events that we've been having, you're going to start to see, hey, we have signs and wonders, like it says in Luke. And you're going to start to see all these things that are happening right now. And we're going to be talking about the charts. And simply, you just formulate your own opinion. So today I'm on my laptop, so I'm kind of limited on what I can do, but I'll try my best. I can still show you charts from my laptop. I trade on this computer, so it is pretty robust. I also play worship music when I'm podcasting because it helps me relax and be free. And so if you hear music in the background, that's just me getting my dopamine hit, right? Because I need a relaxing environment when I'm talking. I don't have any teleprompters. I never take any notes unless it's this thing I need to memorize, like charts and percentages, or just to stay on point. So you'll see me look off camera here. I'm just looking at some notes here. But one of the scriptures I wanted to start out with is Matthew 16:3. You know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. God gives us the ability to look at charts. He gives us the ability to look at history, but more importantly, he gives us the discernment of, hey, maybe this isn't right. Maybe if the market's going down and Trump's over there in Alaska with Putin and Zelensky, maybe they're not talking about a peace agreement. Maybe they're talking about the next pandemic, the next joke, or the next major headline. Maybe. I don't know. How do you know? Because we can't trust the media. Like, he gives us signs. And not everything is a conspiracy. Like, this is facts right now. Like, they are literally meeting now. And you have Donald Trump Jr. saying, oh, he wants world peace. He wants world peace. Maybe, maybe not. But we all know that when there's man involved, there's always sin involved. Period. Even in the church. So whether you decide to trust the government with your life savings, as you've done with your 401ks and IRAs, or if you decide to trust your financial institution with your bank because it's a FDIC Stamp Bank, even Old Glory. If you go to Old Glory, I have clients that have Old Glory Bank. They're FDIC. Basically, you are being track, trace, and controlled. Now we have the NASDAQ. Now we have AI. And why is the NASDAQ always going up? Why is it that we're always talking about Tesla, Amazon, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Netflix? Why are we always talking about these companies? Why do we have a hard on for all this stuff that is coming out? Why is the government always talking about these things? Why are wars now being fought manlessly? You don't need men. You don't need men to fight wars. It is AI versus AI. We have Grok, we have Alexa, we have names for these AI. We have ChatGPT. We have all these uncensored AI. We have all these AI based, actional based AI. And as that conforms into tangible assets, look for robots to take over in 2026. I joke around with my wife all the time. I said, I'm getting one for upstairs, downstairs, and one outside to cut the grass. And she hates it. Right. But reality is, whether you hate it or not, they are coming. And if you go to McDonald's, as nasty it is, I'm sorry, like they already been replaced. There's no front desk people anymore. There's no cashier anymore. It's all kiosk based. I don't have to tell you that. Your CVS, your Walgreens will all be scanned and collected, basically selfless stores. We've seen it in the airports, guys. Like, you now get your juice, you put it on the weight scale, it automatically uses AI to scan it. And guess what? It tells you the price, and you palm pay with your biometrics on your palm, or whatever chip the government wants to give you, or your wearable, or whatever it is, social track, trace, control, and you scan and you go on your merry way. Now, if you got your banks, if you got your FDIC bank, if you got your CBDC crypto that they're going to come out with, if you got your vaccine pass, if you've got everything and your social credit score is perfect, then you can get on the airplane. You can go to your robotic quick and grab store at the airport. And guess what? You don't even need a driver anymore, because that's selfless too, manless, because all that is connected to the transportation as a service that I've been talking about for over 3 years now. You have smart cities, you have smart poles. All this is going into fruition as we speak. I'm not joking around here, guys. This is like prophetic. And this is actually happening right now. Track, trace, and control everything. And it's happening in academia. It's happening in pharmaceuticals. And daggone sure it's definitely happening in the financial world. And it will affect every single being through the tokenization process. There's tokenization that is happening with banks, with cars, with pharmaceuticals. They'll use things like, hey, we're going to use blockchains on the compliance of animal food to make sure that it's really, really pure protein or pure nutrients for your dog. And we're going to call it organic. And we're going to scan it through all of these compliance-based software that is AI, aka robots. And also, we're going to use it for the election process. We're going to use it for drugs. We're going to use it for the marijuana plants. We're going to use it for the legal marijuana to see if the THC levels are in verbatim or are in alignment with the drugs. Because, you can smoke weed everywhere now. It's crazy. I hate it. But the opportunity is completely limitless here. Like, they can go everywhere with this CBDC blockchain technology. It is insane. They use it now. So I like sneakers. Like, I love sneakers, but you don't know what's fake anymore. You don't even know what's real anymore. And when you buy the real thing, it's just as nice as the nice fake ones. Now, the fake sneakers are just as good as the real ones. I almost prefer the replica sneakers now than the real ones, because you can get them for a tenth of the price and they last longer. This is how good it is. And you're seeing that in every single industry. You're seeing it everywhere. Like, there's hockey sticks that are $400 right now, guys. And you can buy them on Alibaba for $120. Seriously, it's the same daggone thing. Bauer and CCM, they get all their stuff in China and they wrap them in Canada. And next thing you know, they say made in Canada. And it's a freaking scam. It's a freaking scam. They're doing this everywhere. And so this is why we have this tariff stuff, because it is going to rock the world. Now, I hope Trump is right. There's a lot of things I don't like about Trump. There's a lot of things I do love about Trump. I voted for him. I'm not anti-Trump. And guess what? I'm not anti-medicine either. However, I don't believe in a vaccine. I don't believe in all the crap that we take. I think all the plastics are killing us. Like even from the underwear that we wear, from the water we drink, from everything is there to kill us, is there to have the 2030 agenda. I was just talking about my wife about the 2030 agenda. She keeps on dropping data on me like I couldn't even believe, because I don't sit on the phone reading news all day, even though I love news. I love technology. I told you that I became a financial advisor because of technology. And I love these Palm Pilots. When I was like 16 years old, they had these like Palm Pilots, and I would ask these older guys like, hey man, like that's a Palm Pilot. What do you know about that? You're kind of too old to know about technology. And I just wanted to know how to play video games and like have a colored phone. That was like amazing to me when I was a kid. I develop a nose to see exactly like what is happening before it even happens. And my clients benefit from it because I'm able to help them pre-plan. We're going to analyze together. Like you hire me because you want to know what's going to happen before it happens. That's why you hire me. And then you want to allocate your funds so that you're prepared, because God has called you to be a steward. You can't just sit your lazy ass and in the house doing nothing. Say, oh, my money's going to grow because I got a mutual fund. I got a Franklin Templeton. I got an American funds. Oh man, Fidelity Contraband Fund. And then boom, you get smacked because you know why? You have red money. Red money is completely passive. It is no control. You have unlimited losses. You have unlimited gains. And now you become victim because, oh man, Trump made the stock market fall. Biden made the stock market fall. Biden overprinted all this money. You become victim. You become weak-minded. Like when you start blaming others for your unsatisfaction, for your problems, you become weak. You don't take responsibility. When all you had to do was do a research, how to protect my principal during volatile times. Maybe I should call this Carlos guy. Maybe I should call Cortez Wealth Management. Maybe I should do this America First Retirement Plan thing. Maybe I should look it up. Maybe I should do my due diligence, because I'm telling you, there's solutions out there, and you simply just got to pick up the phone or go to CortezWM.com, have 15, 20-minute conversation with us. We're going to tell you exactly what your risks are, what your stress test is. There's actually a scripture that actually says stress ourselves. Believe it or not. It says 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourselves to see whether you are in faith and test yourselves. And Psalms 26:2 says, test me, Lord, and try me. Examine my heart and my mind. So let's examine our heart. Like, is our heart really into making money? Is our heart really into gratifying ourselves? Is our heart really into building the kingdom? Is our heart really into just making returns to hit a certain number so we're comfortable? Like, and you don't care if you're funding abortion, if you're funding Pfizer, if you're funding mRNA, if you're funding this stupid war killing babies on both sides, Israel and Iran. Like, it's time to get serious, guys. Like, we don't want that crap in our hearts, man. Can your advisor do that? Can your advisor look at the charts and tell you what the heck is actually going on and decipher biblically what discernment is coming in? Can your advisor tell you what your stress test levels are when it comes to your portfolio? Or you're just there because of the big name, Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley. Oh, my father had a great relationship for 20 years. He was in my church. You know, his mom went to my dad's Sunday school class, and we had a great time, and we played ice hockey together. We did soccer tournaments together. We just have a great relationship. And next thing you know, you look at your portfolio, it doesn't represent a great relationship because your standard deviation is over 20. The next stock market stress test happens and you've lost 40% and you're trying to retire. Or maybe you're like 50 years old or and coming out of your 40s and you got a few $1,000,000 and you've done a hell of a job saving, and boom, you're afraid that you're going to have what's going to happen to your parents in 2008 is going to happen to you. Look, let me tell you, if you lost money in 2008 and you had the Fidelity Contra Fund or the Vanguard 60/40 Sentinel Fund, brother, you got your bell rung because you had no principal protection. You had no plan, and you trusted your own understanding, and you didn't get professional help. And so many of you have professional help. It's just not aligning right with your beliefs. And just because you align your money with your beliefs doesn't mean you can't make money. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, like, that's what I love what I do is that when you start investing based on your beliefs and you actually have risk management in place, things just start popping. God just blesses you. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like Malachi 3 comes into fruition, right? Like when your heart is right, like he just blesses you with rewards. And that's what's so frustrating is that we have all these girls, we have all these clients that they want to make all this money. They want to know the best thing. And even guys in my age, they want to be social influencers. They want everything, right? Like they just want instant growth. They want to be millionaires. They want to drive the best cars. They want the best wife. They want the best house, the best children. And they're quick to get to it. But all we have to do is ask Jesus in our heart to give us not just the knowledge, but the wisdom. Knowledge is great. But he says in Haggai that my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. Knowledge is not everything. It is applied knowledge that is wisdom. So when we have wisdom, we are applying that knowledge. And that's the most beautiful thing about this is that we have a father that truly, truly loves us. Like I love my children. I will give them my last dollar, my last shirt, my wife, my kids, 100%. Like there's no question about it. Hell, I'll even give everything to my in-laws. Like I love them that much. And I'm just a schmuck compared to what Jesus' love to us. And I told my mastermind this. I said, I don't think you can experience God's love till you have children because you love them that freaking much that you would do anything for them. And we are God's children. If you acknowledge him, you are his child. And that's all he wants is us to acknowledge him and give our hearts to him. That doesn't mean you have to be a Mennonite and wear a napkin on your head. That doesn't mean you have to be a cult leader. Doesn't mean that you have to hold rattlesnakes. I'm from North Carolina. I know a lot about rattlesnakes. And it doesn't mean you got to look like a pilgrim and wear this on your head, right? So, sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but I think you get my point there, right? So let's get our heart rights, man. And then God just gives us the ability. He blesses us when we start tithing. And great things happen. So I have a story. I can't say the client's name, but it's a client, and you know who you are because I believe you listen to my podcast all the time. But his wife just passed away, and I cried with him. I prayed with him, and he's such an awesome dude. Like we met on my podcast, and so I actually helped them with their mortgage, helped them with the retirement plan, and now they're able to live in Florida. He's able to live in Florida stress-free. They both were, but until she passed away. But recently, he wanted to buy a car, and he wanted to buy a dream car, not because his wife passed away, but it was just the time of his season that was right for him. And you guys know I love cars, I love watches, I love nice things. I think we should work for the things that God blesses us with, right? And enjoy the fruits of our labor. The whole mindset of, hey, I'm a Christian, I need to be poor that's not even biblical, first and foremost. Not that I'm a prosperity pastor or preacher or the ideology, but God wants us to prosper, just like you want your kids to prosper. You don't want them to be poor. And this is why I keep saying you don't experience God's true love till you have children. And then you really, really know it. Because If you love your kids that much, imagine what God in his perfect being and deity can do for you. And all we literally have to do is ask him. Like, get our hearts right and just ask him, God, give me the knowledge, give me the wisdom, give me the resources. I am your faithful son. I am your faithful daughter. I am your faithful child. Hook me up, Jesus, because I will do anything for you. I will proclaim the gospel. I will proclaim my faith only if it acknowledges you and if it's in your will, because I will be your perfect student of you, Lord. Like, humbly take anything that's out of me that is not of you. I don't care what the process is, and make me work like you. I promise you, if you made that prayer, you might get COVID. Your marriage might go to the rocks. You may die financially, whatever that is. But I promise you, it will be amazing. You will be like the light. You will be like the plant planted by the still waters. But if not, you will be like the dust that just gets blown in a desert with no value. And that's what it is to walk, because the wages of sin is death. And if you don't have Christ in your heart, you are dying, my friend. And I'm not saying this to be judgmental. I'm saying this because if you're listening to this, God has given me a platform, and I don't even know who you are, but I already love you. I care about you financially and spiritually and medically. It's just who I am, because I am called. I literally am called to use my gifts to encourage others so that they can seek God's face. Whether that's through money, whether it's through coaching, whether it's just my own life. That's who I am. And I will take all the arrows in the back. I will take all the heat. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me local. You can call me a spick. You can call me all these curse words that these people call me. You can make fun of me on Saturday Night Live. You can enjoy my toxic masculinity. I don't even care, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the cross. I'm just living example of what happens when you get your mindset right and you embrace your masculinity, you embrace your faith, the finance and the faith, and everything and your fitness will all come together. So yes, faith is your most important pillar over finance, and that's why I'm so big on it, because once you have that, all these things will be added upon you. So it's important to stress test your portfolio. And if you don't know what that means, guys, give me a call. I actually have a whole software that will do it for you, and I will give you a free report. All you got to do is send me your statements. I'll show you how your money will lose in the next stock market crash. I will show you exactly what's going to happen with this market turmoil we're about to experience when they lower the interest rate. Speaking of interest rates, Jerome Powell might be his last visit with the Fed, might be his last situation or position in Jackson Hole this year in the Teton Mountain. Man, that place is so beautiful. I went there recently, actually 2 years ago with my wife, and that place is awesome. America, we are beautiful. Like it. I don't know if you guys traveled America. Like everybody, oh, I want to travel the world. Man, just travel America, man. It is so dope. Like from New York to Nashville to Washington to California to Texas to North Carolina. God, we are so beautiful in America. It makes me cry how majestic our country is. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing ever. And those mountains, seeing those mountains, you just want to worship God right then and there. I'm a guitarist. I'm an actual worshiper. I love worshiping. Um, I play at my church. And it's just God's creations is so beautiful. I don't know how you can, in your head, deny. How can you deny his existence? How can you deny Jesus? Like my soul just breaks, because all you gotta do is look at those mountains, man. That sunset, they're so beautiful. The sea, the sunsets on the Florida waters, it's what keeps me here. It is so beautiful. And what Jesus has done on Calvary, it is so beautiful. He cares for us that much that he's willing to take a beating. And that 2,000 plus years later, they're still talking about him and hating on him. and he's not even alive physically, even though I can argue that. He's here supernaturally, but physically he's not here. And yet government shut down on this fairy tale of a person, right? Called Jesus. But yet try going to the mall on Sunday. Try doing anything on Easter. What God, what religion can control the whole earth based on a perfect man that he was so perfect that imperfect people killed him on Calvary? Like, that's my God. My God still makes an impact 2,000 plus years later, and people are still pissed off about even mentioning Jesus, the name Jesus. The demons tremble at his name. People get butthurt by his name because the demon in them hates it. And they will use their stupid brains to manipulate you, saying, oh, he's not real. He's not this. He's not that. But at the end of the freaking day, every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Period. Punto. Final. Sacavo. You're done. You're cooked. That's the truth, the dead truth. And you can call yourself atheist. You can go to whatever fake church you want. But at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Your name needs to be written in the book of life. It's that simple, man. And that is always going to be my message every podcast. Like, we need to understand that it doesn't matter what I could tell you about the markets. Like, I'll run circles around most advisors. Seriously. Like, I'm that confident. But another thing that I'm really confident is that you're not a man. You're not a woman unless you confess that Jesus Christ is Lord and you actually live it. That's just me. I think you're weak. Call me judgmental. We're allowed to judge by the fruits. And so if you're sitting back drinking beer or not being present with your family or overeating like a fat ass, and somebody grabs your wife the wrong way or your child the wrong way, what are you going to do? Did God call you to be a freaking wussy? Because I know I'm not, and I know my boys aren't. My kings that I associate with are not. And it's a hard message because the biggest wussies are in the church. The biggest, gayest freaking wussies are in the church. They have feminized the Christian man so much. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Look up any woke worship leader. They wear girl jeans. And you got faggots like Michael Tate molesting boys that he needs to be like, chop his balls off and make him and shove him down his throat. If all those allegations are true and only God knows, then he deserves the death penalty. And you have people like Lauren Daigle that are literally has the most beautiful voice out there, and they won't even acknowledge Jesus because it will kill their Q ratings. It will kill their social ratings. Like, this is the world we live in, guys. You think I care about what they say to me online, or this Lucas Gage cat saying I'm a scam artist and blah, blah, blah? The dude doesn't have God in his heart. Of course he's going to have anxiety. Of course he's going to say all these nasty things. But you know what? I pray for him. I pray for our enemies. They may be silly, but they're a soul too. And it's, a true story. True story. And I'll get to the chart here. I'm sorry, I go on these tangents. My father actually, you guys remember Bernie Madoff, right? Like, no one ever would want to like have any type of remorse for him. My father felt in his heart to write a letter to him because he was he was located in Butler, North Carolina. As you guys know, I'm from North Carolina, and I love North Carolina. And he wrote a letter to him, just, writing a letter to his soul, man, like, hey, it's not too late to confess. It's not too late to acknowledge Jesus as your Lord and Savior. I don't know if you ever read it. I don't know. I don't even know if my dad really did it. He said he was going to do it. But we got to pray for our enemies, guys, because they're out there. They're out there, man. So, and if you don't have enemies, that means you're not doing life right. You're not doing life right, man. So we need to get better, men. We need to get better, men. Like, it's time. It is time to get your act together, please, because this younger generation that's coming up, they're looking at you. They're looking at you like, hey, I don't even know what that is anymore. I don't know what it is to wake up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and go to work and work out and read your Bible and actually have energy for your family, because broken homes are a thing now, have always been a thing, but now it's the normalcy. It is the norm. And it starts with the man. It starts with us, just not really, really diving deep into being our masculine men that God has called us to be. I hate seeing these guys that are very feminine, because I worry about their children. I worry what kind of PTSD those kids are going to go through. I worry about the femininity in our Congress. Like, the men are they're just sold out to the next thing. And you guys know, all you guys are so smart. I talk to all of you guys, and you guys amaze me, like how your discernment levels are just off the charts. And I get a lot of my content. I get a lot of my content from the people that have been listening to me for 4 years. I actually learn a lot from you guys. I know you listen to me because of the charts and like what I have to say, but you guys give me validation of what I'm thinking. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So if you want to get to know us at a deeper level, all you gotta do is give us a call, 813-448-3446. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Florida. I do staycations a lot with my kids, but I do work Monday through Friday. Tomorrow, my girl starts her private school. My son's doing very well at the hockey academy. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. drive every day to the academy. He's passed out in his chapel uniform. They go to chapel and they actually have a whole suit. So there's my little guy. For those of you that have been praying for Rachel, thank you so much. She is getting better. She starts her private school, Christian private school. Check this out. They don't even require the vaccine. They don't like it. They got pews in their chapel, no Common Core. They use the Bible in class. It's so dope, man. Like, it's old school. Like, everything's old in that school. And I just like it because it's not like tablets and it just smells old, like, it's a good thing and bad thing. Like, you want to know technology, but everybody wants to get back to orthodoxy. I mean, even the churches we go to are a bunch of freaking wussies, man. Like, they're talking about, churches talk about Ukraine and helping them out. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, there's single moms in the congregation. There's struggling dads. There's struggling people, and we want to give money to Ukraine, the church? Give me a freaking break. Give me a freaking break, man. Like, let's go feed the homeless. Let's go feed the jacked up veteran that actually fought, took a bullet for you, and now they have drug problems. They have actual homeless issues, and there's like suicide that's rampant right now. Let's go help the people, the families that have been victim of fentanyl. Let's go help them out. Why are we talking about Ukraine and Israel? You joking me? Let me tell you, man. Like, I know Jesus is a Jewish carpenter, but I'm a flat out tell you the whole Israel thing right now. Like, Stu's my dog. I get it, and I know he's in his own head, but I'm not Stu. I'm not Candace Owens. I'm not Tucker. I'm not Nick Fuentes. And I know they're on this like Jewish campaign. I get it, but look, man, I don't care what they say. What is the mindset Jesus has? Jesus got killed by Romans and the Jews, and he's the one that died on the cross. He's the one that got beaten up, peed on, urinated on, spat on, speared, spiked down with crowns. What did he do? He said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. And we're supposed to be what? Like him. So yeah, do I believe that these dual citizens in America are evil? There's a huge correlation there. Massive correlation. I'm not denying that. But I'm not aligning myself to any freaking country ever except for America. Period. I am an American and I will die an American. I will not support Israel, Ukraine, Iran, any other country except for America and God's kingdom. Period. But you know what? I will also not hate them either, because that's not biblical either. We don't have hate in our hearts. We cannot inherit the kingdom of God if we have hate in our hearts. Period. And all these podcasters, that's what they're showing. They're showing hate. They're showing hate. And we cannot call ourselves Christ followers if we have hate. I don't care what is real and what is not real. And I'm sure a lot of it is real. I'm sure NASA is a hoax. You have to understand that the word of God supersedes what is real in the natural. Let me repeat that. We have to understand that the word of God supersedes what is real in the natural. Can't have hate, guys. I refuse. So if you want to call me anti-Semitic or a Jew hater, that is not me, man. That is not me. You don't know me. You don't know me. I cannot be a worship leader at my church and hate people. I can stand bold for my faith. I can stand bold for my family and for our doctrine and for Jesus, but I will not hate anybody. I don't hate the Muslims. I don't hate the Jews. I don't hate the Scientologists. I hate the sin. I hate that they don't acknowledge Jesus as our Christ and the Lord, but I don't hate them as a person. So I want to clear the air of that. And I may get a lot of hate from all the pro anti Israel people. I could care less. I may get kicked out. That's all good. Whatever. But my heart literally is pro God, pro scriptures, pro America. And whatever that is, I'm not here to cater to those feelings other than God's scriptures. And it says that we're supposed to be more Jesus-like. And you can't be Jesus if you got the word hate in your heart, period, man. Like, I don't care how you chop it up. That's just me. Now, I do want to share something pretty important. You have the Clarity Bill, you have the Genius Bill, you have the Stablecoin Bill. All these bills are there to change the financial landscape of what is about to come. What are you doing right now to protect your money, your retirement, from all these CBDC-like systems that is already track, tracing, and controlling you? Even more so with the AI revolution that we're in right now. We've been talking about this for so long now, and we are effectively helping clients protect their money, secure their retirement, get out of red money, support your values, support America, and not this CBDC system. They masked it as ESG, they masked it as DEI, they masked it as all these things, but at the end of the day, it's all about track, trace, and control. Been a financial advisor for 20 years now. We know what we're doing, and we want to help God-fearing patriots secure their retirement. God bless. Click the link below if you would like to have a conversation. So we have gold here. A lot of people like the gold. Gold is showing a lot of weaknesses right now. So gold, even though it may look like it's going up overall, unfortunately, if you had gold, and I love Terry, and if you want to buy gold, I would call my guys at Cornerstone. Terry's the owner, and you guys have access to him through me. Just call him. The number right there is on the bottom. Now, gold is going to come down. And for those of you that have precious metals and you don't know when to sell, well, let me tell you, you're supposed to be selling when things are up. You're supposed to be buying when people are running away. That is an emotional trading cycle that you want to be on, because emotions tell us that you want to sell when the hype, you want to sell when you're losing money, and you want to buy when the hype is there. That is ass backwards, guys. You can't do that. So gold has had its huge run, and I would always take at least half of your money out. Now, if you're retired, 70 plus years old, then there's no reason to be in gold, because you bought gold as insurance, and it's not true insurance. Gold is just a speculative asset, hoping that it goes up when a dollar goes down. Well, let me tell you, the dollar is going down because inflation is going up. Now here is silver. I just wanted to show you silver. I got a sell signal there. So we're starting to see a lot of weakness on silver. It could go down. So just be careful. Actually, I apologize. It wasn't the right chart. Here we go. Silver futures. Yep. Yeah, we're at $36 right now. It was at 38 and it's starting to come down, as you guys know. So we have a sell signal here. Volatility index is at 15. So typically what happens, guys, when the stock market goes up, your precious metals go down because people get out of precious metals and they go in the stock market. So if the precious metals are going down and the stock market's going up, it's going to even drive the price even further on silver and gold because people are greedy, man. Like they want this. This is what people want. And I'm going to show you right now. They want this. They want the Qs, man. Like this is the return that every American wants. International investor, they just want complete growth. And the only way you get complete growth, besides investing in Bitcoin over long term, is investing in the NASDAQ. Again, non-investment advice. This is for information, education purposes only. But if you look at the history of the NASDAQ, if you take all my sells and buys away, this index has literally performed over 16% year by year. Some years over 40. Now this bump here was massive. That was obviously after COVID. This was during COVID. We saw a huge spike during COVID. But if we go all the way back to 2001, you will notice that there will be a massive, massive shift down, and then it just starts to come back up. So the NASDAQ is obviously technology based. And, I tell a lot of people, especially our 40-year-old clients, that you really don't even need an advisor. If you want to grow your asset, just buy the QQQs and save into it every single month and just have it automated. And if you do that for 20 years, you can pull up a compound calculator and just put whatever index you wanted to follow over 15, 20 years and put a car payment a month. Everybody has a budget for a different car payment a month. So if you pay off your car, continue to take that money, invest it in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 and those two major indices. And I promise you, you'll have millions of dollars 20 years later. Like that is like easy to do. Now, if you really want to put gas on there, you just buy TQQ or any leverage ETF and you get double the returns. You get double the losses, but you get double the returns. And so the losses become opportunity sell buys, like you're buying your favorite piece of clothing on sale when the stock market goes down with the TQQs or any leverage ETFs such as SPXL. SPXL is another great one where if you're younger and you want to take 3 times the risk, this is 3 times the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is going to yield roughly about 12.8% year by year. You times that by 3, now you're looking at over 30% a year, man. So this is another good ETF you could save into long term. Of course, it's expensive. There's slippage. You want to buy it from your qualified broker, whether it's Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or Robinhood, whoever that is. But yeah, this is a great investment over years, over 20, 30 years. You can put $500, $1,000 a month. You can start out with a few $100 and just add to it. You can even buy this in your Robinhood account from your own wallet, like on your phone. Like this is not investment advice. This is for education purposes only. You simply just go to compound calculator and investor.gov is going to be the first one that pops up typically. And so what happens is you just go and just, hey, you know what? I want to put $1,000 a month. I just want to start $1,000 a month. I want to start with 1,000, but I want to put 1,000. And I'm 40 years old. I'm going to do that for 25 years. I want to retire at 65. My interest rate, well, the NASDAQ is going to yield about 16.8%. So if we double that, we're looking at, let's just say 30%. Now, interest rate variance, let's just say it's there's a variance of 20%. Actually, let's just say half, 15. And we're going to do that annually. Starting out with $1,000 a month, guys. Monthly contribution, $1,000. And you do this for 25 years. Now, this is no BS. In 25 years, you would have $28 million Actually, if the Nasdaq was completely going bonkers, it would be $250 million, over $250 million. But this calculator goes off the median, which is fair. Um, Actually, the lowest case scenario as well as the median, the future variance, and it's massive. Like you're looking at $28 million. So this is not BS, man. This is like serious. So all you had to do was $1,000 a year, 25. Maybe you can't do 1,000. Maybe it's 500, and maybe you only did it for 20 years, and maybe you only started with 500. I'm talking to the young people in the room. How about in 20 years, you had $3.8 million if you just put $500 a month into a leverage ETF fund? Like, you don't need a financial advisor to build wealth. You need a financial advisor to help you plan for the taxation on that money. You need a financial advisor to help you secure a plan. You need a financial advisor for other things rather than growing wealth. Growing wealth is very easy to do. You just have to have the knowledge. It is the things that come with it, with growing wealth. So, anyways, I'm here to help you guys. There's a lot of things that you can do to take advantage of interest rates falling off. So I wanted to share a real quick update on the VIX, the volatility index. So, as you know, when the market goes down, this goes up, but when the market goes up, this goes down. And notice that my green traffic lights are starting to come into fruition on the volatility index. We are hitting lows again of 15. This thing has been so stagnant, but get ready for those interest rates to drop. You'll start to see that this thing will start to signal green and buy signals, and that's when the market goes down. Now, VIXI, if you want to trade the volatility index, you got to buy VIXI as an ETF. Again, this is not investment advice. This is just education information purposes only. So VIXI right now is around 37.23, and it is going down. It will go down because the market's going up, but I'm always constantly looking at it. And then, mental health is a big thing. So volatility index basically deciphers the fear and greed of the markets. The markets do not lie. They get manipulated, but they eventually, the truth comes out on how it really is. But I go back to some solutions here. Markets are going to be extremely volatile, guys. The interest rates, they eventually will come down, whether Jerome Powell does it or not. Even if they get rid of Jerome Powell, there's 11 other dudes that agree or disagree that have to vote on lower interest rates. Now, Murrion, or whoever the nominee is, I forgot his name, who Trump wants, if Jerome Powell decides to resign, it's not certain that he's going to lower interest rates. It's not certain. There's other people in the cabinet on the board that have to agree. So we could see this dog and pony show, for a long time. So just because they're fighting and Trump wants to lower interest rates doesn't mean that's going to happen. He wants to do it because the inflation is off the charts when it comes to the food and petroleum, as you guys know. But the nice thing about it is my clients, they don't have to worry about that, man. Like, everybody wants the QQQ returns. Everybody wants big tech returns. And the solution here is, let's just protect your IRA and your 401k, and let's get you in the best index with no fees and no risk. Like, I have the ability to get this account for you, follow the index, and this index is very powerful. It's a huge like, you could just, I tell people all the time, if you use Google or whatever internet browser, just look up the QQQs. Look at the 5-year on this bad boy. It's 104. Oh, and real quick, if you want TQQQ, the one I just spoke to you about, remember I said it was double? Well, it's 163. 163% in the past 5 years. Imagine just monthly saving into this. Like, overall, it would be massive for you. But for our retirement planning clients that have not received these type of returns, what are you doing? Give us a call, because I can get you the QQQ with no fees and no risk, and actually build your portfolio. Even if you're a current client, we can possibly move this into your green money account, into this, so that you have growth. And if when the market does go down, you don't lose nothing. You go right back up with it. So I love this for a lot of our patriots. We're not investing in anything diabolical. We're actually utilizing an insurance contract so that when the stock market goes down, you lose nothing and you're completely indexed and you're following this index. And now you have the ability to grow with obviously that's going to continue to rise. And that is AI. That is technology. Technology does well. It gets us out of recessions. Pretty much all the recessions we've had, it's always been technology that has gotten us out. So it's time to reposition your assets, guys. It's time to give us a call. We want to help you. A lot of clients call and we're able to save them fees galore. Like most of you are paying 1.5, 2.5%, and you got $500,000, guys. You're talking about a good $15,000-$20,000 in fees that you're saving. Plus, you're growing with the Nasdaq. Your principal is protected. If this sounds like you, let's see if it's a good fit. All you got to do is give us a call, 813-448-3446, or you can visit us at cortezwm.com. I'm here to help. I want to work with God-fearing patriots. More importantly, for those of you that haven't had a chance yet, you guys noticed that I've lost a lot of weight. I've been into my health a lot, and I have to say that I'm a big fan of getmeleanusa.com. Definitely get your peptides, get your drinks in, get your mind right, get you sharp. And also, for those of you that are on GLP-1s, like semaglutide or Ozempic, you're losing a lot of muscle. All you have to do is drink this amazing orange drink and build your muscle back. It's 4 times stronger than creatine, far as protein synthesis in your body, and it's all natural peptides, nothing that you got to inject. It's all oral. And so if that's you, if you want to start growing your muscle and getting in shape, go to getmeleanusa.com and get you a subscription. You can cancel anytime. Everything is safe and effective. Animal and plant-based peptides made here in America with no harsh chemicals. And if you are on GLP-1s and you can't get out, still get you some, because you can build muscle and you can coincide with those synthetics that are actually hurting your body. So I highly recommend getmeleanusa.com. I make a few bucks when you make a purchase. Nothing serious, enough to buy a cup of coffee. And anyways, I'm out of here, guys. God bless you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe our Rumble channel.
So how many times have we gotten lost in the minutia of the everyday life? We've gotten fat, we've gotten lazy, we've gotten complacent, not just in our faith, but also our fitness, maybe our finances, maybe our marriage, maybe our family. But we've gotten complacent, and we constantly need to continue to grow. And one of the things I was weak at was in my fitness. As a former athlete, I thought I had it all. My ego got in the way. I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Up until now, I have been able to focus on my fitness. For those of you who've been following me for 3 or 4 years, you understand that I've gained a lot of weight. I've used the excuse of having 4 kids, a marriage, a business, helping out at church, all these excuses. And I keep putting myself in the back burner. This is deadly. And what I love about this company, what I love about taking ownership, is that GetMeLeanUSA.com has the ability to introduce natural, groundbreaking peptides. What your body demands, what your body needs to release those fat stored cells, to build muscle, to gain your physical being back to where it's naturally supposed to be. We're not talking about big pharma saying we're going to come out with the weight loss drug. We're not talking about losing muscle. We're talking about gaining muscle, gaining your physique back, controlling your appetite, giving you the edge that you need to help you get your body back in check the way God intended it to be, by using his resources with America First products, with America First company that aligns and believes in what you believe in. Introducing GetMeLeanUSA.com. Get in. This is going to be groundbreaking, huge huge business opportunity as well as a huge groundbreaking technology that is going to change the landscape. So I know good things before I see it, and I highly recommend you get in. All you got to do is click the link below and get you some fit, get you some lean, and get fit and get lean. This is not going to do everything. Of course, diet and exercise, you continue your walking, continue your protein intake, but man, does it make it a whole lot easier to get in shape. Look at me, I've lost 60 pounds, but this is actually fundamentally a great recipe to get back in shape. And I can personally attest to the amazing effects of this product. So go to getmeleanusa.com. You won't regret it. You can cancel anytime. They're affordable and yet they're effective. And you are supporting our show. You're supporting yourself. You're supporting a mission. There is an affiliate program attached to it if you would want to share it with your friends and family. There's a whole nother opportunity there. But more importantly, let's get your fitness back in check. God bless you. Carlos Cortez here, signing out.